This is me recording an intro because I forgot to. Let's go through my book journal.
So let's start with my reading journal. So this is my 2025 reading journal. I've been wanting to get into this. So I actually started this back in October, a really long time ago, but this is me finally showing it to you guys. So yeah, it's just a cheap one that I got from Kmart. It's a little one. I think next time I do one, I might actually try to make it bigger. But here we go. So of course we have the title page with my cute little kitty. I designed her to be like my cat Tinkerbell, so there you go. Oh, she is so cute. I tried to do the same colorations as Tinkerbell, but kind of looks like her, kind of doesn't, but yeah. And then we have, of course, when I did this at the time I was reading Akatar, so I have the Laurus Mountains, and from the Library of Danielle Logan. You'll see a lot of cursive in this, because I was like really, going through a phase and being like trying to portray my very much creative side. That's why it's kind of like celestial as well, because like that's what I guess Valaris reminds me of, because like kind of all these like different kind of moon phases and purples and blues. It's like, yeah. But yeah, any washi tape that you've probably seen here is probably from Shein. It has brought like a ton of it off Shein. So yeah, moving on, we have the typical bookcase. Now, so I don't know exactly how I'm gonna color this. I think I have an idea. I think I want to like make it so that each book spine kind of like either as like the colors of the book that I actually read and what I'm coloring in for. I'm pretty sure I also did 80 books on here, which I'm about to hit that goal for this year. So next year I should do that, but we'll see. So yeah, I kind of wanted some of my favorite things on here, so that's why there's like a camera, obviously a cat, I love cats, a globe for traveling because I love traveling, and I do like flowers even though I do kill them. So, and I kind of like this little gap here. And this one here. I was going to come back to it and fill it in with something, but I never go around to it. So maybe in the new year I'll put something there. So then since I love Halloween, I kind of wanted to embody that in a page. So this is why this is kind of a little bit spooky. With your candy corn coloring up here and your spiderwebs, and then kind of colors that kind of remind me of Halloween. Yeah, and like obviously the black and white washi tape. So here we have the goal page, which is, once again, it has 80. It's kind of like a different way of representing of what number I want to get to without actually seeing a physical number. So that's going to be very rewarding, and obviously this is the legend of the colors that I will be. So if I read a physical, I'll color it in purple. If I read an ebook, I'll color, so that's like on Kindle or just a PDF or something, that will go in green, and then red, which means audio, which I listen to quite a number of audiobooks. Every day at work, I literally drive an hour and 20 minutes at the bare minimum, so that's an hour and 20 of an audio every day at work, so I try to listen to them as much as possible. Yeah, this is actually probably one of my favorite pages just because I love Halloween, so yeah. On to next, and of course I was reading Akatar. I was very into Akatar, so I had to do a page. So we have the famous quote, "To the stars who listen, and the dreams that are answered." And then I went on to Pinterest to find a lot of templates for different books, different pages. So I went on to Pinterest to find a lot of different aesthetics, a lot of different kind of page layouts, way people do them, and then I also found like a lot of like drawings and stuff. So I actually copied this from a Pinterest thing. So I saw it I copied this from a Pinterest board that I saw, and it's like, you know, meant to be like a tarot card, and it's obviously the reader. So that's definitely me. And then since Court of Mist and Fury was my favorite book from the series, that's why I colored in the book green. So, but yes, that is very Akata. I was very happy with it and how it turned out. I think it's very, very awesome. And then obviously I got some stickers from Shein as well, so I just stuck that little guy up there. And then we have our monthly tracker. So every month, so I've got the months down the side here, all the way from January to December. And then on the side here, I have books, chapters, 5-star reads, ebooks, physical and audio. But yeah, that's what I want to track every month. I just thought it was simple, and I kind of like seeing all the different stats of every month, so I thought that was cool. So these are my favorite books, and also this is kind of like another one. I know, I just have so many favorite spreads on this book, just because I love being creative, and this was a chance for me to do that. So this is my favorite books of each month. So we got January, February, March, all the way through to December. Then I got stars that I can color in to see what that star rating was, because obviously some months you're gonna have probably, like, you might not read as many books, but you also may not get as many books that are your favorite. So yeah. And obviously we got the typical book bracket. So I kind of like ran out of room for this, but yeah, that's why these guys are like super tiny, and I don't know how I'm gonna print book covers off to put them in, so we'll see. Maybe I will put, like, you know, just like the title in those, but then when we get to like the bigger ones, I'll actually print off the covers for them so that you can actually see, because I'll see the more. Yeah, so just double backing for the moment. So these books are gonna go in here, and then they're gonna, like, January, February is gonna verse off, the March, April is gonna verse off, and then book, that one from January, February will go up against the book from March, April, and then so forth. You know how a book bracket works, essentially. But yeah, had all these stickers that I wanted. So we got Love Monsters, Not Men, a bunch of books, a cat reading a book that says how to buy books, how to buy new books and pretend like it wasn't an accident. I do that all the time. I actually, no, I don't. I'd never do that. Never. And then a little book with flowers. So continuing on. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite spreads. And I say that, like, you say, but Danny, you've said that for like the last 5 pages. But this is, yeah. Actually, I'll say that this, I like this over this page. Every day of the week, I like this over the other page. I wanted like a rose garden kind of thing. So you got roses along the borders. I was going to do something else with this page, but I thought I don't want to commit to anything more and ruin it. And like whether it'd be like too much. So this is your A to Z reading challenge. So obviously, I've got to try to read a book from every letter next year. So we'll see how this will go. It'll go alright, but I think once you get to like the starting, like the X's and the Y's and Z's, even like you maybe, like, yeah, it's I maybe. Just a few of the letters that might be a bit more challenging than others. But yeah, and then I have these like nice transparent stickers. I thought they were all good, like things that you'd find in a garden. But yeah, I really like this page. And then we have the bingo. So originally, this page was like this, but I was like, how am I meant to know what book and one I've actually crossed off the thing? That's why I put these over, so that when I do, I can put that. So this square here corresponds to this square here, and that means that's a spooky read. I wanted to know, like, when I checked off stuff, and obviously when and I also wanted to know, like, what book I actually read for what prompt kind of thing. So we'll go through them. So we have a classic, red on cover, a book with 500 pages or plus, a spooky read, a book that I was meant to read technically last year but this year, so because when I get to this it'll be 2025, and then so a book I was meant to read in 2024, a book that came out in 2025. I already have one that I will probably check off pretty fast with, and that is the third book in the Empyrean series, the Fourth Wing. A queer book, so obviously a book with a queer trope or whatever, or queer character. A book with 7+ words in the title. Essentially a romance book, but with the trope of a small town versus big town. So like a guy who's from the big town meets a girl from a country town or whatever kind of thing, you know? A book with less than 200 pages. A chemistry or like science romance. And then a fantasy, which I majority read fantasy, so that's going to be pretty fast. So I've seen this challenge quite a lot, and I actually really like the how you do it. So it's called the Rainbow Challenge. So obviously you have all the different colors of the rainbow, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, black, white, and grey. Yes, I know black and white aren't technically colors, but for this I thought I'd include it, because otherwise I'd have just like this awkward gap at the bottom. So I was like, yeah. So I'm going to essentially read a book with a red cover, read a book with an orange cover, and yeah, you guys get the picture of that. So found series tracker. So I couldn't really do much with this one, and you can't. Oh yeah, you can see like the little arrows, so it's kind of like, yeah, I got but I can't really do this page until next year, because obviously I don't know what series I'm gonna be in the middle of. Like, I could finish a series before the end of the year and I wouldn't put it in here, because then technically it's not series I'm in the middle of it. This is essentially for series I'm in the middle of. So currently at the moment I got one book left of like Twisted series. I've got obviously the Empyrean series, because that's ongoing. I'm pretty sure there's other books that I'm in the middle of, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. Or for any other books that I want to like start their own series. So I'll try to figure out how I want to do that, but it's kind of like, I think I want a table, and then I'll write the name of the series, but then starting from right to left, so that I can actually kind of like have room if the book, like if the series expands. And then we got the reading log. So this is like in very light colors, but you got the reading log. So you got title and author, the dates are red, and the star rating that I gave it. So I'm giving myself at least like 80 spots for me to and then we had a color change because my pen kind of ran out a little bit, so I think from overuse. But yeah, change. Oh, that's the end. Gave myself 80 spots to fill that out. So every time I finish a book, I'll go in here, and yeah, moving on. Yeah, this page, I just wanted like a page with a quote on it, just to break up all like the other stuff. So I was actually really proud of this page. So, and you're wondering how I did it. Actually, first, before I tell you how I did it, I'll read it out. That I have lived 1,000 lives and I've loved 1,000 loves. I've walked on distant worlds and seen the end of time because I read. Which I thought that was perfect. And of course it's by none other than George R.R. Martin. And for all of you who don't know, which you should know, the guy who made Game of Thrones. But then I put like different places from books I've read that I've loved. So you got Nevere, you got Zakora, Polaris. I want to know. I can't read that. How can I not read my own writing? But anyway, we'll look at that one. We'll just ignore that. Terrason and Jade Mountain. But yeah, you've got different things. Like you've got forest, you got like fields, you got grasslands, you got lighthouses, you got serpent, like lake monsters. But yeah, then I've made a little legend. So I'll come up close for this one so that we can see. So we got trees, which one's here? We got a castle, which is like these places, or farm. You got rivers, so one's running through here. A mountain ridge, which you got a couple over here and here. A serpent, you got a guy here, and you got the other guy up here. And then you got bandit camps. So you got lakes, grasslands, lighthouse, rocky terrain, and then I just put a little doodle here. It's like key to my heart. Okay, so how I did this was I saw all people doing it on TikTok stuff and also on Pinterest. But what you do is you grab a cup of rice and you pour it down in random spots, and then you kind of just outline the rice. So that's how you get that. Oh, and also, so I don't know if any of you have picked up, but see the little footprints? You can tell what that is from. Well, if you know, you know. But if you also don't, you should know. Let me know down in the comments if you actually know, because that would be interesting to see how many people would pick up on those little footprints. So these are my books in the library, and I've already started filling it out because obviously, like, you know, I've already done certain books. I've already read certain books in my library and stuff. So we got books in library, and then we got the title and author, and then we got if we've read it or not. So we've got like Fury by Alex, I can't say the last name. We got Heartstopper, and then I'll continue on because like I've got things like that, and I've just got DNF. Don't come at me, David Attenborough fans. I'm sorry, love the man to bits, but his biography wasn't very interesting. But yeah, if this has made me realize anything, it means that I should really read, you know, books in my my library. But yeah, then I'm filled out this page because if I do buy more books, I want to continue this. So, which I actually think I need to update this because I definitely have gotten more books since I've made this so bad. This is also kind of, you know, to hold me accountable. Be like, yo, Danny, you've got books in your library that you need to read, so you need to do that. And then we have another quote page. And guess this. I'll give you 5 seconds. Well, if you did, it is none other than Throne of Glass. We are the 13 from now until darkness claims us. This, like, I did not like the 13 when they first came about, but you just kind of like grow to love them, and then yeah. I won't say any more than that. Okay. And then we start with the monthly spreads. So I obviously haven't done anything past here because this is kind of like a thing that I'll fill in after. But we have the title page, which I wanted to go for like a beach theme because I felt like that was kind of January because I'm in Australia, so we are scorching hot in January, so I figured beach theme. But also at the same time, I don't like the beach, so I went more for like an ocean vibes. So we have our little calendar over here. Ignore that little mistake I did. I need to white that out or something. But I have over here a little calendar where I'm going to put the books I've read and what days, and then down below I'll write the title of the book and what color corresponds to it. So it kind of like shows me how long it takes me to read a book, essentially. And then in each monthly spread, so I'm currently subscribed to Fairy Loot, the young adult box, and then the Outcrate young adult box. So I kind of want to do like a page for that, or maybe like two, like a page each. So one Fairy Loot, one for Outcrate, and then I will probably do the books I want to read, and then the books I actually did read. Now, I'm not going to do reviews in this section because I've got a section in the back of the book where I'm going to do reviews. So skip to the back of the book. We got our book awards. Now you're like, oh, Danny, what's that? So flip over, So we've got our longest book, and then I'm gonna put the book cover there, and then the page count. Shortest book. So this is obviously, yeah, the longest book and the shortest book. So once again, the page count and the cover will go there. We got the best and the worst, and then below I'll put the star rating. However, we got the best series. I haven't done boxes for this because, of course, I don't know what or how many books are going to be in this series for the series I picked for next year. So we're going to hold off on that. Got the best standalone, and I'll put the star rating down the side. The book that made me laugh the most and the book that made me cry the most. And once again, I'll just probably put the star rating down there. Now, this page, I didn't quite get to before I decided to record this, but I was going to draw like, actually I'll show you in a moment. I'll skip to the page. So this is a review page. It's kind of like a dreamscape kind of thing with like a few clouds, a few stars and planets and stuff. So I did find a moon thing that I was gonna maybe do here, and I'll actually put the picture here so that you can see what's gonna actually go on this page, because I really still want to do that. Okay, so moving on. So I obviously do a lot of YouTube videos, so I kind of want to, you know, once again, it's all about holding myself responsible, right? So I want to do like what ideas I have, whether I've organized it, recorded it, edited, and posted it. And then I'll track my YouTube stuff on this page. So I'll just track the views, likes, and subscribers. For Instagram, so obviously my Bookstagram, if you want to follow me, it's just Danniisliteraryworld. And this, obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, it'd be good to also subscribe as well. And give a thumbs up if you're liking this video so far. So for Instagram, same as much. Like, I'm not huge on Instagram. I try to post, but I'm not consistent. I mean, not to say that I'm consistent on YouTube either, but I'm trying to be. Really trying to be. So on Instagram, I want to track post, likes, and followers. That is my book journal. So I hope you guys have liked it, and give it a thumbs up, and bye for now.